A reading from the Gospel of John. Jesus said to his disciples, "As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandment and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy might be complete. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because a slave does not know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have told you everything I have heard from my Father. It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you, and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will remain, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. This I command you, love one another." Is there someone who made you feel like a better person just by simply being with them? Almost like you can see the love radiating through their entire body and lighting up any room that they entered? For me, that person was Jim Skirl. He was the person in my life who was, in my eyes, closest to Jesus. He had such a strong passion and love of Jesus that he spread it out to everyone who met him, like some sort of spiritual osmosis. That love he had was so strong that it seemed like any person could feel like they were his favorite. His love was so strong that he made everyone feel of utmost importance. But he didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk. He single-handedly got St. Ignatius High School to serve in every possible ministry. From the pallbearer ministry, the Labra ministry of feeding the homeless, to spending time with those with special needs at the L'Arche community. Everyone was included in Jim Skirl's world. He was the living embodiment of Christ's love in the 21st century. Yet Jim, in his humility, would say he's nowhere near the love that Christ had for others. Jim would probably agree with me when I said that Jesus was like the greatest person you've ever met times infinity. No matter how much love we may have experienced from someone in our lives, it can never come close to the love of Christ. The love of Jesus was so strong that it took a man born in a poor Jewish family in a nowhere town like Nazareth, that his love has reverberated to the present day and beyond. Yet no one from the same beginnings as Jesus in the first century is remembered like that. They are a blip on the radar of human history. Yet that blip that Christ was born into couldn't be held back by his humble beginnings. Furthermore, the love he had was so strong that his disciples dropped everything and followed him. Could you imagine doing that for anyone? They probably had many attachments as well as family and friends they would be leaving behind. Yet something about him got them to completely abandon all worldly attachments and follow him. Yes, because he loved the world, he had to remind us of how life was supposed to be. The truth hurt, and it hurt so much to some that he would end up being executed for treason against the Roman Empire. Yet by the time centuries had passed, the love of Christ was so strong that the empire who executed him would end up making him and Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, conquered Rome. So when you go back to thinking about the greatest person you've ever met in your lifetime, ask yourself the following question. And I will use my friend Jim Skirl as an example. If simply being in the presence of Jim Skirl made me feel like I was a better person just by being with him, then imagine what it would be like being in the presence of Christ, a man whose love was so much stronger that he conquered an empire.